Hey guys, I'm Arthur and welcome back to the Unboxing Tito. For today's video, gagawa tayo ng gaming test ni Mi 10T and ni Mi 10T Pro to determine kung nag-overheat ba siya, may connectivity issues ba, and kung gaano kalaking impact ni 144Hz when it comes to gaming. So guys, let's quickly talk about the price. As I've mentioned sa previous videos, si Mi 10T 5G is priced at 19,990 while si Mi 10T Pro 5G is priced at 24,990. So 5,000 pesos yung pinagkaiba nilang dalawa. My channel provides unboxing and reviews of all the hottest phones available today. So if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon para ma-notify ka each time mag-upload ako ng bagong video. So after all that, let's proceed with the gaming test. Una nating laruin is first-person shooter games to determine kung gaano ba kabilis yung response rate ng dalawang phone. Tingnan na rin natin yung laki ng impact ng improved vibration motors in these types of games. Now we'll be playing PUBG Mobile using our Mi 10T Pro 5G, and as you could see, we are currently Ultra HD with our graphics, and for the frame rate, we are set at Ultra. So a quick look at the anti-aliasing, naka-on din siya. So before we start, let us quickly check yung temperature. The battery temperature is at 33 degrees and yung CPU temperature is at 33.5. So after playing the game, the battery temperature is at 36.7 while the CPU temperature is at 35.9. So now yung non-pro version naman yung gamitin natin, and same yung graphic settings, naka Ultra HD with the frame rate set at Ultra and anti-aliasing is naka-on din. So the battery temperature is at 32.2 while the CPU temperature is at 34.6.
About to win. The blue team is heading to a perfect win.
Okay, so after playing the game, let us quickly check yung temperature. The battery temperature is at 35.2 and yung CPU temperature is at 35.3. So for Mi 10T Pro 5G, let us check yung temperature before we play Call of Duty Mobile. So battery temperature is at 33 degrees and yung CPU temperature is at 34.2. So here is the graphic settings that we will be using for this game, and as you could see, yung frame rate is set at max and yung lahat ng other options is naka-on. So after playing the first game, let us check yung battery temperature. So battery temperature is at 35 degrees and CPU temperature is at 35.6. Now we will be using the non-pro version, the Mi 10T 5G. And yung current battery temperature is at 33.7 and yung CPU temperature is at 34.2. So for the graphics, we are set at very high and for the frame rate, we are set at max. So after our second game, let us check yung temperature. The battery temperature is at 38.5 and yung CPU temperature is at 37.1. Wala mang nararamdaman na warm or mainit sa likod or sa front ng screen. So that's very good. In both games, nagustuhan ko yung pagiging smooth ng transition each time I'm moving the camera to lock into a moving target. I think nakatulong dito yung pagkakaroon niya ng 144Hz na refresh rate. Another thing na worth mentioning for me is yung excellent vibration motor sa mga phone na to na nakakadagdag sa overall gaming experience. By the way, before I forget, I've already made an unboxing and review of the Mi 10T and the Mi 10T Pro. If you wanna check that out, I'll leave a link on the description box para mapanood nyo. For our next game, we have an MMORPG, Black Desert Mobile. Now we will be playing Black Desert Mobile and pinapakita ko sa inyo ngayon yung graphic settings nila. As you could see, lahat is either naka-high or max settings. First thing that we would do is check yung mga temperature. So for the Mi 10T Pro 5G, yung battery temperature now is at 31.7 and yung CPU temperature is at 31.8. For the non-pro version, Mi 10T 5G, yung temperature ng battery is 29.7 and yung CPU temperature is 31.4. After 30 minutes, let us check yung mga temperature ng phones. For Mi 10T Pro, yung battery temperature is at 35.7 and yung CPU temperature is 34.4. So far so good. For the non-pro version, Mi 10T, yung battery temperature is at 36 degrees and yung CPU temperature is 34.2. So that's very good as well. So, balikan natin after 1 hour yung both phones kung nagbago yung temperatures nila. So, after 1 hour of playing, let us check yung mga temperatures ng phones. For Mi 10T Pro, let us see. Yung battery temperature is 35.7 and yung CPU temperature remains at 34.3. So, that's very impressive. For the non-pro version, yung Mi 10T, the battery temperature is 36.2 and yung CPU temperature is 34.4. So, walang CPU throttling na nangyayari kahit yung game natin is at max graphics and very high demanding. Sa parehong thermal checks natin na may intervals na 30 minutes, nakita natin na both phones have excellent thermal management. And wala tayong nakitang throttling na pwedeng makapekto sa graphics performance natin. Usually kasi sa game na to, it automatically adjusts your graphics settings pag na-feel niya na mag-overheat yung phone mo. But in our case, from start to finish, na-maintain niya yung high and max graphics setting. And for our last game na alam ko, mainit na mainit yung rivalry ngayon, we have Mobile Legends and League of Legends Wild Rift. So now we will be playing Mobile Legends. So I'm showing you now yung graphic settings and as you could see, wala pa yung option niya for Ultra, which is typical for newly released phone. So before we start, let us check yung temperature. Yung battery temperature is at 33.2 while yung CPU temperature is at 33.9. So after playing the game, let us check yung temperature. For the battery temperature, it's at 38 degrees and yung CPU temperature is at 36.9. So very manageable naman yung temperature niya. For the non-pro version, ito yung graphic settings natin. Same as the pro version. Wala pa rin siyang ultra settings, but this will all change with a few updates. Once again, before we start, let us check yung temperature. For the battery temperature, it's a cool 33.2 degrees, and for the CPU temperature, it's at 33.1.
Magic to life. My king ally has struck. You have slain an enemy.
So, after playing the game, let us check yung temperature. Battery temperature is at 37.5 while the CPU temperature is 36.5. So, same din, very manageable yung temperature niya. So now, ito natin maglaro ng League of Legends Wild Rift sa ating Mi 10T Pro 5G. Kung makikita nyo yung graphics quality is naka ultra high definition and yung 60 FPS, post-processing, interface animation, pati yung character inking, lahat ng options na yun naka-on din. Okay, so before we start, let us check yung temperature. Yung battery temperature is at 34.7 and yung CPU temperature is at 33.8. So, after playing the game, let us check yung temperature niya. The battery temperature is at 38.7 and yung CPU temperature is at 37.3. Now, let's try naman yung non-pro version, the Mi 10T 5G. So, ngayon, we will be playing League of Legends using our non-pro version, the Mi 10T 5G. So, quickly, let us check yung graphic settings. Kung makikita nyo, once again, for the graphics quality, we are using the ultra high definition and yung 60 FPS, post-processing, interface animation, and pati yung character inking, lahat ng options yan naka-on din. So, before you start ng game, let us quickly check yung temperature. For the battery temperature, it's at 33.5 and yung CPU temperature is at 32.4. So after playing the game, let us quickly check yung temperature. So for the battery temperature, it's at 40 degrees and yung CPU temperature is at 38 degrees. So for both phones, they've handled the game pretty well and yung thermal management nila for me is fantastic. In both games, wala naman ako na-experience na lags or unstable connection even when I'm using LTE. Which is good kasi pag unstable yung connection mo, hindi lang talo yung naabutin mo. Minsan mababan ka po for 24 hours kaya sobrang nakaka-bad trip. So in conclusion sa gaming test natin, masasabi ko na yung both phones nakuha naman yung 4 essentials when it comes to gaming. Screen response rate is good, vibration motor is improved, stable yung connection, and yung thermal management is excellent. So what do you guys think? If you have questions and suggestions for our next video, just hit me up in the comments down below and I'll make sure to reply. So that's the end of our video and I hope nagustuhan nyo. Thumbs is a plus, subs is a must. I'm the Unboxing Tito and I will see you next time.